icy weather, that usually means a lot of power outages, and we all hate to hear that, but we can plan ahead. So we're going to send it out to BGE's Rob Gould. He joins us live on the phone this morning. Hi, Rob. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Megan. How are you?
Good. I feel like we just talked.
Yeah, it's Groundhog Day, but this is what we do in the winter, right?
Absolutely. Now, last week it was heavy snow. Preparing for ice, is there anything that you guys do ahead of time to try to avoid outages? Is there anything you can do?
Well, I mean, you can do all the standard things that we normally do, which is look at your resources and look at where you're going to put your people and so forth. But this is supposed to hit the entire territory, and normally we don't start to worry about. And I've heard some of the stations talking about the fact that this should not cause too much problems because of the way the ice is going to be coming. It shouldn't be that bad, but that's really not true in this one. Usually, if we have about less than a half an inch, it doesn't have a major impact on us, but now what we have that's unique is that heavy, wet snow still sitting on lots of trees out there. And so when you have this rain, freezing rain, ice, whatever it's going to do, falling down from the skies onto that ice pack again on those trees, it really does become a recipe for the potential for outages. So we're monitoring today. What I would really say is what I say normally during approaching hurricanes or tropical storms, or even what we had the past few days. Start preparing now. If you are dependent upon electrical equipment for your medical needs or things of that nature, make sure you have an alternative plan in place. Make sure you have the standard staples such as a corded phone or a powered or batteries for your flashlights and a portable radio, those types of things. It sounds kind of mundane, but when you lose power, you really do go back to your roots of the basic things that you need to get along for a couple of days should there be an outage of that magnitude.
And Rob, just to remind everyone, because you say just because you lose power doesn't mean that the folks at BGE know about it. So can you just pass along the number for people to call should they lose power?
Yeah.
What they need to do.
What I would do is put that number on a piece of paper and put it on your fridge or somewhere that you can find it, but it's 877-778-2222. And as you said, do not assume that we know you have a power outage, and if you do suffer an outage and your neighbor says, hey, I called it in, that's not good enough. You need to call it in too, because your neighbor might be on a separate feeder system that when they may get restored, you may not, just by the nature of our system. So please call us, let us know. But I would really encourage everybody to take the time today and prepare. It's not the end of the world coming, but we do know that this is the type of recipe for power outages that can occur.
All right, well, we always see your guys working out there very hard, so thanks so much for all the hard work, and we'll probably be talking to you tomorrow.
I'm sure. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Rob. Well, with the icy weather, of course, it means plenty of power outages. We all know that. Last week's storm resulted in 160,000 people without power, and that was just in our area. So if you do lose power, we have some tips to stay warm. First of all, we're told you should close off all unneeded rooms to keep the warm air where you plan to stay in your house. Secondly, stuff some towels or bags, any type of clothes underneath the cracks in the doors, and cover the windows at night to keep cold air from getting in. And third, this might seem like a no-brainer, but don't forget to eat and drink and keep up your energy levels and keep your body warm. Of course, wear layers and warm clothing as well. If you want more information and more tips and advice, you can go to abc2news.com. There are also a number of resources that you can find online before and during the storm to keep yourself informed and your family safe. Charlie's in our interactive news center with some of those resources that are out there online. Charlie.
Hey, Megan, thanks a lot. I want to give you a quick overview of some of those sites out there for you. But as a reminder, should you lose power, you might want to do a little homework beforehand. Write down some important phone numbers. Have that list handy. Should anything happen, of course, if you have a corded phone, you'll still be able to make phone calls. But in case of a power outage and you can't get online, make sure you've got all of the applicable phone numbers you need. Now, of course, your one-stop shop for all things weather-related as it relates to us here in Maryland, abc2news.com. You'll be able to track the storm at all times through the help of Justin and Wyatt and everything they have to offer. But also, if you need a couple of extra links, you want to go to the National Weather Service. That's the NOAA website, National Weather Service. You can check that out. A little more scientific approach, maybe a little bit more information there if you need. Now, in terms of emergencies and what you might need to know, FEMA, they've got you prepared. Everything you need to know in the event of icy and cold weather, things you'll need to be aware of, items you might need. You'll be able to take care of that. And MEMA as well. We've got that website there for you, all pulled up. And then the American Red Cross is another site to go to should you lose power. You need the help. If you need that power, take that phone number down. You'll be able to give them a call. They can help where help is needed. But again, your go-to site for all things local weather in terms of weather, traffic, everything you need, abc2news.com. Let's go back into the studio now with more from Megan. Megan?
Thanks, Charlie. And don't forget, you can always stay with ABC2 News for continuing coverage of the major winter storm. We're going to have the very latest on the forecast, the storm preparations tonight on ABC2 News 5, 5:30, 6, and 11. We're actually going to be going on the air early tomorrow at 4:30 in the morning. And you can always check out Maryland's most powerful Doppler radar, along with any closings, delays, online, anytime at abc2news.com.